Brand News Pinpoint Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
Everyone just such in a good mood down there, right?
I know, it's a nice Sunday. The sun's starting to break out a little more. Things are looking good. And so, thankfully for Adam and everyone else at the Genesis Invitational, it's a nice weekend to be outside. We got President's Day tomorrow, but all week long, we're going to be calm. We're going to be clear, a little warmer, especially this weekend. And then the only real piece of active weather we're looking at is a little bit of wind moving in for the mountains and for the deserts. But right now, our temperatures are looking good. San Diego, 54. Kearney Mesa, 55. Our inland neighborhood still a little bit cool, still in the 40s in spots like El Cajon or Ramona. But that is going to be fixed in the next few hours as we begin to warm up into the mid-60s by 11 a.m. And check out our daily highs. We end up being a little bit warmer than we were yesterday. High of 69 for San Diego, 67 for Oceanside. Our inland neighborhoods like Escondido, like Poway, they're going to see some nice low to mid-70s, while the mountains are topping out in the low 60s. We're all going to see a mix of sun and clouds today. So while we're ending the weekend on a nice note, we're also learning a little bit more about the impact of last week's storm. And we're still a little bit behind in the water year. Normally, by this time in the water year, San Diego's picked up about 6 inches. But since that water year started back on October 1st, we've gotten less than 1.5 inches. More than half of that came during last week's storm. That leaves us with a big gap, a big deficit in the water year of about 5 inches. As part of the reason why we are still technically in severe drought for all of San Diego County. But we're waiting for that next drought monitor update next Thursday. And fingers crossed, it looks like we could see some improvement in the drought. So overall, San Diego's 7-day forecast is looking quiet. For your President's Day, it's going to feel a lot like today. The only difference is the daily highs are just going to be a few degrees lower. But you're going to wake up a little cloudier. You're going to notice the sun starting to break out a little bit more. And then we're going to see highs in the low to mid-60s on the coast, and then slightly cooler for Tuesday. And for our inland neighborhoods, they see the same trend this week. Little warmer today, little cooler by Tuesday, little warmer for next weekend. They go from a high of 73 for today to a high of just 66 on Tuesday. They make it right back into the 70s with even more sunshine by next weekend. And the mountains get to stay nice and quiet. Keep in mind, though, they will see a little bit of breeze over the next couple days. Once we get to tomorrow, they're going to see wind gusts up to about 40 miles per hour maximum. Still a little breezy on Tuesday, gusts only up to 30 miles per hour. It looks at this point like that's going to wrap up by Thursday and Friday. Then they can enjoy some highs in the 60s again. And keep in mind, they're not going to see any overnight lows in the 30s. So a huge break from those cold temperatures in the mountains. And finally, for the deserts, they're looking good, but they have a little less temperature swing than the rest of us. High of 77 today turns to 81 for tomorrow. They're going to enjoy highs near 80 over the next 7 days. So if you're tired of the rain, if you're tired of feeling damp, this forecast has lots of good news, so get out and enjoy it while it's still here.